What's good, everybody? This is the Big Time Sports Podcast with me, your host, Perci, Garner. And this is the first edition of the Big Time Sports Podcast where we have the iCryo Stone Cold Player of the Game joining us. So this was an idea that was thrown my way. Shout out to Troy. And this should be exciting. I'm looking forward to talking with our guest today. But before we get into that, I just want to make sure you guys are reminded, like I do every time, like everyone on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. We appreciate everybody and all the subscribers we got for the football season. You know, obviously it's basketball season, volleyball, or not volleyball, but basketball and, swimming and all that stuff. So make sure you stay tuned to Big Time Sports, Facebook and YouTube. But without further ado, let's introduce our guest today because I just can't wait. So today we have someone who has played some pretty good football, and not he wasn't just iCryo Stone Cold Player of the Game. He was a player of the game multiple times this season. But, who we got today in studio, who's not nervous at all, who does this on a regular basis, is junior defensive back receiver, standout for the Garner Pirates, Wyatt Reifenschneider. There we go. I got it, right?
You got it,
right. There we go.
You killed it.
I'm so happy with myself. But no, Wyatt, I mean, to be playing high school sports in this area, it's got to feel good. And obviously the season didn't end how you wanted it to. But I mean, obviously Garner is well respected. Coach Wyatt is respected. You guys have a great program. And, but Kirtland is just,
they're good.
Yeah,
They're good.
They are. And you guys, you played a great game. You especially, that's why we got you here.
Thank you.
And, I know you owe it to all your teammates and your coaches, but
yeah, I really do.
I just want to quickly talk about, Kirtland and how they're able to reload every year. And just as a player on the field that us fans aren't able to kind of witness, was there something that stuck out to you about Kirtland where you're just like, man, they're tough?
Yeah, for sure. I would definitely say just their will to win. They never gave up, and they would never let the opponent see them give up. Like, it was full throttle the whole game, no matter if they were down, which they weren't a lot that season. I don't know if they were at all, but no, they just kept going. Their will to stop was crazy.
Yeah, and I obviously they got multiple championships, and you guys are trying to reach that, and it's known that you guys have the players and the program to do it.
For sure.
It's just they're a tough hurdle to get over. And I faced teams like that in my history too, where you're just like, man, if we just could have beat them, we would win the whole thing.
Just want one more playback or something.
Exactly. So, obviously it was a tough loss, but you guys, are proud of what you guys accomplished that year. And,
oh, yeah.
You're looking forward to next year. We'll get into that later. But I kind of wanted to just talk about your performance and, what led to it. Was it the preparation all year or specifically that week, or, was it a scheme you guys had? Just what gave you the ability to, get 10 tackles and also 3 tackles for loss as a DB, which is crazy because we were talking before we started recording and you said, hey, there's no DB blitzes,
Nope.
Coach Wallach, can we get some, please? But
that would be awesome.
But you were able to get 3 tackles for loss without a defensive back blitz. That just goes to knowing what the other team's trying to do. But, from your vantage point and your perspective, what helped you the most to kind of make those plays for your team?
I think after we lost to IV, I think it was week 7, our team had the little team bonding. It was just the players. And some guys spoke up, and we needed that. We needed to hear that. And I think from that point going on, our practices were way better, way more intensity, and just the effort and energy was there. And then, of course, I mean, our coaches, the scouting they do is a phenomenal job. I mean, they're really amazing at what they do, and not a lot of people know that or see that. I mean, it's all behind the scenes, and they're a really good group of guys and coaching staff, and I love playing for them.
That's what's up. I mean, I know Wallach, we go, he played when I was a kid, and I was watching him at Dover. And I know, he's done great for the Garner football program. But that's nice to hear it come from your mouth, and that you really respect your coach and the whole coaching staff, not just Coach Wallach. And, scouting it's big time. People ask me, hey, are you ever going to coach football? I'm like, with my kids, it's a time commitment. If you want to play and you want to have your kids prepared and you want to win, it's going to take a lot of time. So I know the Garraway coaching staff is doing that, and it's obviously you're reaping benefits as well as your teammates.
Yeah.
Now, I want to specifically talk about one moment. So I saw it on the Big Time Sports Facebook, and I'm sure it's been everywhere. But fans, Kirtland fans, obviously they want to win. But there was a moment in the game, and I'm sure there wasn't this single moment, but there was a moment in the game that kind of caught some attention, and people were really talking about, hey, Garraway players, just great, respectful young men, great, they just put their sportsmanship on display. Obviously, you guys wanted to win the game as well, but there was a moment where I think it was number 22, not sure who that is, but
yeah, that's our outside linebacker, Wyatt.
Okay, his name is Wyatt too?
Yeah.
Oh.
We have 3 Wyatts on the defense, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, do you have a nickname so not everyone's throwing Wyatt?
Yeah,
I
don't think I can say it here though.
Good.
Yeah, I don't think I can.
Figured it out at the team bonding thing. I got
Yeah.
But there was a moment where a Kirtland player got injured, and it seemed to be serious. And there was a picture. Great photographer took a great moment, and everybody was kind of touched by it. For you guys, is it something that you guys are talking about, or that coach, is preaching, or is it just, how you guys are brought up in Sugar Creek and, what they the culture you guys provide? But for someone to think and like, hey, I'm gonna help this kid off the field, you don't see it often. Obviously, I've seen in the NFL, an opposing player saw a serious injury happen and went over and started praying over the player. You don't see that a lot as well. And I think the initial reaction was, what's he doing? Is he, and they're like, oh, he's just praying for him. So you just assume that he was going to do something heinous. But for you guys, is that something that is just, intentionally talked about? Or is it just, you think it's just because of the teachers, the coaches, the parents that you guys have in your community? That's what kind of breeds that sense of sportsmanship that you guys have?
Yeah, I would say it just starts with the community. I mean, the teachers, the coaches, our parents. I feel like we don't stress it a lot, but everyone knows that that's the way, and that's what we do at Garraway. Like we wanna be go along those lines and always be in a certain path, not just go with the group. We want to stand out and have our own path.
Gotcha. Okay, I like that. Yeah, because for me, football is one of those sports where sportsmanship is kind of overlooked. You don't want to be a sore loser, but that's after the game's over.
Yeah.
During the game, you're a warrior. You're out there fighting. It's war, and, not too often do you see someone, help another player off, which is good. Most of the time you'll hear the fans clap when someone gets up from an injury, which is great. Mm-hmm. But it was nice to see that, you and your teammates are willing to go to the next level and, care about the person. And then you're able to go back, hey, it's competition. But when someone's down, we're going to help out. So it was good to see, because I do talk about on this podcast how sports can, teach you a lot of things going into life, whether it's the workplace or going to the next level in college. And, I always talk about football, but, I played other sports as well. You do too. What season are you in, right? Are you playing basketball?
I am playing basketball, yes.
Okay. Now, is that a love, or it's not as high as football, or?
Yeah, I mean, nothing can really beat football, but I love basketball. It's just, football's a different game. When you're playing, it's amazing.
Yeah. And the Friday night lights, especially in
can't beat it.
Tuscarawas County, Sugar Creek, it's tough. And I had a neighbor who I talked about with this, and once he realized that, because he was like, yeah, baseball's my favorite sport. And I go, okay, just wait. And then I asked him after he played on the Friday night lights, and he's like, okay, it's football right now. So it's fun that you share that same sentiment.
Find a rewarding career close to home at Kimball. You'll find outstanding benefits, a supportive team, and opportunities for career growth. Working for a local family company really makes a difference. Apply today.
Aaron Kowalczyk, attorney at law. Family court matters are important to you. You need an attorney that will listen to your concerns and execute a plan that will bring the results that you're looking for. That attorney is Aaron Kowalczyk. For divorce or dissolution or custody, consult attorney Aaron Kowalczyk. Inquire now at kowalczyklaw.com. That is www.kowalczyklaw.com. Now, I know you talked about the coaching staff a little bit, but can you go into a little bit more detail for you? Do you guys have a good youth program? Is Coach Wallach involved in that? Or do you just feel the
since Garraway's had so much success, is that why you guys' program is continue to reload, as you said about Kirtland, but Garraway is doing the same thing? Do you think it's either the youth program? Is it a combination? Is it Coach's Wyatt commitment to excellence that makes, kids think about it like as a kid, like I can't wait to play for it? Or is it a combination? What do you think?
I would say it's a combination. I mean, our youth programs have 60, 70 kids coming out each year. I mean, it's crazy. Wallach is definitely involved with the younger groups. I know after film on Saturdays, usually our youth will play like from 12 to like 3 or something like that.
Okay.
And he's always there. He's always on the sidelines cheering or coaching, or he's always doing something with the youth.
Now, do you guys have different leagues? Is it all tackle, or do you have flag? Or
Yeah, so it's actually our own, like, we'll have like 4 different teams. I think it's 3 different teams. And like each week, I think it's like 3 or 4 weeks. Play each other. And it's just between them. It's not like going out and playing like different schools.
Gotcha.
And it's all tackle. Yeah, it's
okay.
It's all on the hill, and it's awesome.
Okay, there we go. Now, are you guys involved in that too? The high school players? Do you watch a little bit, or is it a lot of? I know you guys had a lot of work to do. You just got beat up in the game on Friday night. Then you got film. But there's some of you that stick around a little bit.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a good group of guys that will stay at least for a couple quarters just to cheer on these little kids. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, I bet it is.
It is really fun.
That's awesome. All right. Because I'm always looking at that, and I'm always like, it's really important that, because when I played, we did the same thing. We had NFL teams, but it was all Dover kids, and we had 4 teams, and they were just playing against each other. We had the Broncos, the Oilers, just to show you how old I am. There was a team called the Oilers, in case you didn't know. I was on the Steelers. So Steelers, Oilers, Broncos, and Raiders.
Steelers in Ohio?
Yes. It's close.
Yeah.
We're closer than Cincinnati. I'm a Steelers fan, if you couldn't tell me sticking up for the Steelers.
Oh, now I get it.
You a Browns fan?
Yeah.
There we go.
I mean,
I'm kind of cheering for the Browns. I want Shador to do well. And obviously I want to see Myles Garrett. I think he's a good guy. I want to see him break that record. So
yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, so okay. We talked a little bit about some of your hobbies. And other than, typical video games, you said you've kind of grown out of it a little bit, but you'll play time to time. But what are some of the hobbies you do when your mind's like, hey, it's not football season, I'm done working out? What are some things that you like to enjoy?
Oh, I mean, the first thing that came to mind is going with a group of buddies and just going fishing. Like watching that sunset and fishing is something. It's hard to recreate that. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, and you're seeing, I think, Travis Hunter was a big fisher. And,
yeah, oh yeah.
Him and Dion, Coach Prime were doing it a lot.
Yep.
So, and I try to get my son into it. Maybe now that he's older, as a kid, it's tough to sit there and have the patience. You're expected to, it's like just have a bite every 5 seconds.
I've broke plenty of fishing poles over the years.
Was that because of lack of patience or?
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Good. Love that. And you said, hunting as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've never been hunting. One day.
It's awesome.
I'm too loud and talkative to hunt. I feel like I would just ruin everything. So.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. A lot of people say that. I understand that.
But you're saying you think I'd be able to get by.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now we got to tell my father-in-law that I know how to be quiet sometimes. Now, as we, wrap up the show, I want to kind of talk about, the future of what you want to accomplish, next year in the football season. We're not overlooking basketball. We know you're practicing and working hard in that, but, you're here because you were playing the game of a football game. So, I guess as a general statement, how do you look for Garraway to be next year? Competing at the same level, making it to, what were you guys in the regional championship?
Elite Eight.
Elite Eight. Okay, there you go. Do you see you guys back there being able to push forward to the next level? Do you feel like, hey, it's going to be tough? Where are you at?
I would definitely say next year we're going to reload and be just as good, if not better, I feel like. I mean, the kids, I can name kids coming back, but I'm sure I'll leave somebody out. So I probably shouldn't do that. I think we saw what it takes and what we need to do, and I think we're going to have another great year next season.
That's awesome. I'll be looking forward to that. Of course, Big Time Sports will be covering you guys as well.
Oh, yeah.
And then who knows? We'll probably have you back here, a few times next year. So I just don't like, my thing is I don't like bothering players during the season. So I kind of just let it go. And then towards the end, I'm like, okay, now the season's over, then I'll hit you guys up for interviews. But, I just know how it was as a player. When I was playing, I kind of just didn't want to be bothered. But it's a different age now. We didn't have all this when I was playing. So we didn't have social media. So we didn't even have touchscreen cell phones. So
Wow.
yeah, we didn't have cameras. We had to pay for each text message. So it was a different time. But finally, before we keep talking about how old I am, finally, I just want to, for you as a player, I was always trying to improve. I loved getting coached and figuring out, okay, hey, what do I need to get better at? For you, as you look into, what you guys are going to do next year, how do you think you can improve to help the team most as you guys attack the 2026 season?
I think for me, it's just stepping into that leader role a little bit more. I did a little bit last year, but I need to fulfill the shoes because we lost some good leaders last year. And I feel like for me, just stepping into that leader and leading the team and just being there, having the guys know that I will be there for them, like through anything.
That's important. Now, do you see yourself, vocally leading or just, leading by example? And if there's a one-off moment where you need to speak up, you can. Yeah. But you're not going to be like a Ray Lewis yelling and dancing as you come out for the game.
Probably not that extreme, but I would say I'm definitely a vocal leader.
Okay,
for sure.
There we go.
On the field, I like to get on the guys, not good and bad, obviously.
Yeah.
But no, vocal leader.
There's a skill that you got to see. Certain players respond to certain things.
Yeah. Our guys respond in different ways, and I got to know that.
Yeah.
But
That's good. Does coach give you a little freedom as leaders to do that in practice or is coach really the one usually leading, getting on players?
No, yeah, he wants us to lead. He allows us to lead during practice, lifting, no matter what it is.
That's good. All right, good. Now, future school education-wise, what do you planning on? I think, are you learning a trade right now?
Yeah, I'm at Buckeye Career Center.
Okay. And what is that specifically that you're doing at Buckeye?
Utility linesman.
Okay.
Right now. Yeah, it's sweet.
So
I like
you're not afraid of heights?
I am not, no.
Some fear came out in front of my daughter. I didn't want her to see it from me as early as she did, but Dover has these stairs where you can see through.
Oh, yeah.
And I can get on a roller coaster that goes 300 feet in the air, but something about on a staircase that has holes and I can see, it just it gets to me. But no, it's all good. I hope you the best of luck in, whatever it is. I know sometimes as a young person, you feel like, hey, this is what I want to do. But if something does change, it's all good. I changed, I think, 3 times. I wanted to be a school teacher, math teacher specifically, older, middle school, high school.
Okay.
And then I wanted to be a computer, that was my degree in computer technology. So I build computers. I'm a nerd. No one knew until later. But now when anybody wants to buy a computer, they call me, hey, should I get this? Or, but obviously the main thing was to be a professional athlete. I didn't know if it was going to be football or baseball. It ended up happening. So that was great. But you never know. It's good that you got a good head on your shoulders. Obviously this didn't phase you, which is great. So we're looking forward to some big things, from Wyatt. Reifenschneider. Right.
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Yep.
And it's pretty funny. You guys, when there's an announcer, I'm going to make sure the Big Time Sports announcers know they're saying it correctly. So, maybe your mom can win some bets in the family. So, but I want to get you out of here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. You've done obviously had a great season. We hope you are able to go further into the playoffs next year. And who knows, maybe you'll see me at a few games. So,
oh shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I like to, even though I'm a tornado, being a part of the Rainbow Connection, heavily involved with Garraway, and I go out to Garraway schools and talk a little bit. Younger kids though, so not to the high school, but it's a great community out there, and I get to go to the pancake breakfast that the Sugar Creek Rotary has.
Oh,
yeah. And there's some baseball camps that I help out at Garraway Field too. So I know it's always a great group of people out there, and I always try to get to Dutch Valley, as you can tell, as much as I can. But without further ado, we're going to end the show. Again, thank you for coming. Thank you for blessing us and showing us what Garraway football is about. And who knows what the future holds. Good luck for the rest of the basketball season.
Thank you.
And I look forward to watching the Pirates in 2026. But We will catch you guys in the next episode. Make sure you like and subscribe again as well. Check us out on Facebook. Give us a follow there. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.